Outrage as Finnish court orders man to pay alimony for child that resulted from his wife cheating. You guys want even further, even more reasons for why the marriage rate is plummeting in the West? You want to know why guys are not willing to play this game? This is a textbook example. His wife cheats on him, has a kid with her bull, so he divorces, and now he still has to pay for the kid that she had with her bull. And they know full well who the father is, I'm quite sure. This shit keeps happening, and these people can't figure out why more and more men are just checking out of society completely, why they have zero respect for the legal system. Finland is often seen among the world's leaders in supporting and promoting women's superiority. I did a little bit of a correction there because that's effectively where we are right here. A Finnish court has decided that an Espoo, E-S-P-O-O, an Espoo man has to pay alimony for a child which is not biologically his and was the result of his wife cheating on him with another man. The Helsinki Court of Appeals chose to uphold the verdict set forth by a district court earlier this year. The newspaper Helsingin Sanomat reported. Yeah, this is one of those cases. If this happened to me, I would just stop working. Like, nope, fuck this entire system. I'm checking out. What are you going to do? Lock me in prison where you give me 3 meals a day and a place to stay for free? Fine by me. Yeah, I'm just going to check out. Well, that would be my second option. My first option, and what I would recommend to this guy, leave the country and go to some place that doesn't have an extradition treaty. Yeah, I remember a story, a guy in Canada was being completely just raked over the coals by the family courts. So he just went to Vietnam and stayed there and took all of his money. And I think he transferred his money in Bitcoin too, so there's nothing they can do about it. If the system screws you over this bad, don't feel guilty about screwing the system over back. At this point, one of you is getting effed in the A. So if you're not doing the effing, you'll be doing the taking, okay? You got to think about this logically. The first thing I would do if I was in this situation is leave the country and transfer as much of my wealth as possible. Maybe destroy everything that I can't take with me because otherwise she'd get it and could sell it. And just enjoy my life in the Philippines or something. If for whatever reason I can't do that, if I couldn't leave the country, the next option is what I said earlier, where I just stop working. Like, oh yeah, you expect me to work myself into an early grave to support this broken system after what you did to me? Nope, sorry, I'm just not going to work. And then they'd throw me in jail for failure to pay alimony and child support. Say, oh, great. Now I have an excuse to continue not paying. And I just leech off of the system in prison for the rest of my life. I mean, what's the point in even trying at this point? I mean, it gets even worse because debtor's prison was supposed to have been abolished a while ago. And yet you can still go to prison for owing child support. Funny how that works, isn't it? All these parallel legal systems just to give women their a little more superiority. The man's wife had given birth to the child in current year -6, but it wasn't until 2 years later it became known that he was not the biological father. This resulted in the couple's divorce. The man applied to have his paternity obligations scrapped and was denied. Stop working. See, if the system is milking you at this point, your only and best option is to turn around and milk the system back. So, yeah, why would you continue putting your blood, sweat, and tears, sacrificing your life to continue paying into a system like this? Let it die. Let it starve. It's not your problem anymore. The court ruled that he had applied for the abatement of his paternity obligation several months too late. According to Finnish law, men have a window of up to 2 years to renounce paternity of a biologically unrelated child born in wedlock. Now, this, by the way, is a complete bullshit law. This window should be 2 years after you found out it wasn't your biological kid. But they do this on purpose because the courts, they love to use the term the best interests of the child. But in reality, it's all about the best interests of the woman. That's it. Just whatever they can do to take more resources from the man and give it to the woman. That's what the family courts are all about. Which is why it's actually so damn funny now that gay marriage is pretty much a common thing. The funniest shit is when gays or lesbians get divorced and the courts don't know how to react. Like, well, who do we take everything from and who do we give everyone to? Like, they both have dicks. They both have vaginas. I don't know what to do anymore. I may actually have to do my damn job. Yeah, the deadline could be extended, but only in exceptional cases. Oh, the dude not even knowing it wasn't his kid doesn't count as an exceptional case? Until these laws change, I'm telling you right now, guys are not coming back. If you want men to start getting into relationships with women again, you need to fix these fucking laws. Because I agree with a lot of other guys in the red pill sphere. The problem isn't so much women. The problem is this broken ass system that basically gives women 100% of the power. What kind of guy with even 2 functioning brain cells would put himself in a situation like this? The man had argued he only found out later and was shocked by the divorce and was suffering from emotional distress from the revelation and therefore fails to take a DNA test. The court had not seen these reasons as significant enough. Yeah, because they wanted to milk his money. That's why. However, the biological father is almost certainly another person. According to a paternity survey conducted by the Department of Health and Welfare in current year -4, the son had been fathered from a different man with 99.999% certainty. Later, the mother of the child had sued her ex for alimony, and the court had ruled that he is obligated to pay alimony totaling 308 euros. Sorry, I was going to say pounds. And this isn't an Airstrip 1 story. This is a Finland story. $360 a month until the child comes of age in 2032, as well as for the legal costs of the cheating wife who had taken him to court. Yeah, no, seriously, fuck that bullshit. She cheated on him, and he has to pay for it all. Nope. If I was in that situation, I would never work a day in my life again. It's like, fuck no. Just take me back to prison and give me my free taxpayer-funded food and lodging. Thank you very much. The case has sparked a social media uproar, with many Finns finding the ruling unjust, siding with the man and demanding a defense of men's rights. Too little, too late. Now, I keep hearing that, but RGE, only like 10% of women identify as feminists. The rest are on your side. All right, fair enough. How much are the rest of these women willing to do to roll back some of this shit? Because all the women I talk to who claim they're not feminists, they're like, oh, no. I'm not willing to give up anything feminism got me. I'm just saying we can stop right now. But the problem is, guys are checking out because it's already unworkable right now. You have to be willing to give something up. Unless you're willing to give something up, unless you are willing to fight to change these laws, I'm not going to believe you. Because guess what? These laws only change when women demand the change. Look at alimony. That's the best example. Alimony in the U.S. anyway. Lifetime alimony was pretty much common everywhere, and for the record, it made sense given the time those laws were made. When women basically couldn't function in society on their own, they were dependent on a man or on their family or whatnot. So, it made sense that, if they divorced, that because otherwise the woman would just end up being homeless because she'd have literally no options. Okay, made sense back then, but in current year, we have more equality. A lot more women are out earning men, and that's what killed alimony. When it was men who were being screwed over by alimony, no one cared. No one listens to the arguments that, like, women don't need alimony these days. They can get a damn job and support themselves. What ultimately led to most U.S. states getting rid of, at the very least, lifetime alimony was more women started having to pay alimony. Because, like I just said, more women were making more money than men. And that means Women were the ones that had to pay alimony in an increasing number of divorces. And the moment women started being fucked over by alimony, that's coincidentally when alimony started being removed in a lot of places. What a funny coincidence, isn't it? So the same thing goes with all these other laws. You 90% of women who claim you're not feminists, if all of you got together and raised a big enough stink and got these laws changed, you could do it. But you won't you? You won't even lift a finger to do this because you actually like things the way they are. You have no problem sitting back reaping the benefits of feminism, but you don't want to be associated with any of the downsides, huh? Well, it's not going to work, ladies. Guys are never coming back to the system you knew until these bullshit laws change. Getting into a relationship, or God forbid, getting married is like a death sentence for a man in current year. As soon as you get married, I mean, you may as well just give her a loaded gun and have her pointing it at your head the entire time. I mean, yeah, you may trust her not to pull the trigger now, but what about 2 years from now after you getting sick of each other's eccentricities after living together for so long and it's nothing but drama between you? Things may change a little bit, huh? So I'm not going to tell you to do anything because honestly, I don't care if these laws change personally because I've checked out of this system for good. And this is not going to be my problem. If I ever feel the need to start a family, I'm going to go overseas and do it. I'm going to go to a non-Western country and do it. So it's only you women that suffer for this. Guys will always find a better option. And meanwhile, you're going to be the ones. You're going to be Sinead O'Connor. That's your future. You're going to be like 50 years old crying that nobody wants you. Like, well, yeah, you had a chance. You could have done something, but Hashtag not my problem. Now benevolence and patience are beginning to be the end of Finnish idiocy. Who wants to be the feminist spittoon? And we still ask why no more children are born in Finland. Wake up, one angry user wrote. Yeah, that was translated from Finnish, of course. But yeah, that's exactly what I said, isn't it? And we still ask why no more children are born in Finland. Yeah, there's a very good reason why the fertility rate in the West is plummeting. And this is a huge factor. What guy with even half a brain is willing to take this risk? Fuck no. This goes beyond all limits. Another one joined in. The Finnish rule of law is a complete load. Another one vented his outrage. Yeah. All respect for the entire legal system is going out the window. And rightly so. Finnish legislation would inevitably need to be changed. Where's the equality? One father's right to his own child, the child's right to his father, not like this, another one mused. Finland is often seen as among the world's leaders in supporting and promoting women's supremacy. Furthermore, it prides itself on being a pioneer of women's supremacy, as Finland became the first country to grant full political rights to women in 1906 when it was still part of the Russian Empire as the Grand Duchy of Finland. Crap, I can't remember. Was this also Finland? Where, because remember when the beer virus started happening, when that whole outbreak was happening? I covered an article on this channel where I think it could have been Finland. It was one of these Scandinavian countries. They were so proud of their feminist government, where all of the top positions of power in their government were women. And as soon as Corona-chan set foot in that country and they faced a manufactured, but an actual crisis regardless, all those women were just paralyzed. They couldn't do anything. And then the country was demanding leadership. It's funny how that works. It's all, oh, look at all these strong, independent, empowered women ruling this country. And as soon as things get a little bit difficult, they need a man to step in there and fix things. Isn't that just ironic? If I was one of the actually strong, independent women out there, I would be so furious at that. Because now your entire gender has to put up with that stereotype. Yep, only strong and independent when things are going perfectly fine, but as soon as there's any fucking like pothole in that road, a man has to come in and fix things. You cannot make this shit up. But either way, I don't expect the birth problems in the West to get fixed until bullshit laws like this are removed. So, pretty much never. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.